we can say a strategy that help you to grow the business from nothing to 1.5 million?
Classic lead acquisition strategy. So we went from like doing dinner seminars and like the online, offline, and online thing to just running ads, explaining what the product was. And that's kind of where you came in. You and I ended up working together on this project for probably 6 months.
I was running ad for a specific client, and they just click on some spammy message, and their account get hacked. Welcome to the Automation Millionaire podcast. I am Haider Safdar, your AI automations guru. Today we have an amazing story to share. Our guest Sohail Chatur took an idea and turned it into a successful business, making $0 to $1.5 million in just 8 months. I also played a role in this whole journey, by the way. Sohail, can you tell us like how you went from having an idea making 1 million in such a short time?
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me, Haider. I'm really happy to be on the episode. So to start with, I started from zero, but nobody does anything alone. So the first thing I want to mention is there was a lot of infrastructure in place prior to me jumping on board. And what I mean by that is sometimes an opportunity comes along that's really unique and you just have to jump onto it. So that's exactly what happened here. I got approached by a specific entrepreneur who designs a whole bunch of different stuff in the financial services sector. He had designed this really innovative product using life insurance to help individuals pay off their debts faster without sacrificing their lifestyle, decreasing their credit score, or like going into more debt. So it was a really brilliant idea that he already had. And he already had a network of insurance agents and financial advisors who wanted to sell the product. So we already had one side of the equation done. We had demand for leads, and we had the supply to fulfill any demand we had for the product because we had all of these agents who wanted to sell it. So because we already had a big chunk of it done, it was really just about figuring out how to work on the demand side because we already had the supply. So Haider, that's kind of where you came in. You and I ended up working together on this project for probably 6 months. It took on a few different forms. Like we tried a bunch of different things. So we had this network of insurance agents. They had money to spend. They wanted leads for this product. So we did a number of different things, right? First thing we did was we tried like live dinner seminars, which is pretty old school. Like I'm a little too young for that. I'm digital, so the idea of like I don't leave my house. Period. Like I barely leave home. So for me, just the idea of like inviting people to a dinner seminar to explain to them about how to get out of debt faster didn't really make sense to me personally. So, but we tried it because that's what these guys are used to. Like, they're used to the old school, like send out invites and mailers for like a steak dinner in an area, bring people to a restaurant, do the presentation, and then pitch them on your services. So we tried that, didn't really work out, but we ended up building a lot of assets that ended up being useful. Like we put together video ads. Haider, you and I built a ton of automations, which we ended up repurposing, like everything from like appointment booking sequences to follow-up campaigns to, when someone opts in, all of the messaging they get. And we just ended up repurposing that. And we just did more of a, I'd say like a classic lead acquisition strategy. So we went from like doing dinner seminars and doing like the online, offline, and online thing to just running ads, explaining what the product was, showing people the offer and saying, hey, would you like to learn more? They would opt in, and then we would just send those leads to one of our insurance agents. And then from there, things really took off because the message just hit. Again, we solved such a big problem. It was pay off your debt faster without cutting back your lifestyle. So your lifestyle stays the same. Your credit score is not going to be impacted, and you're not going to have to take on more debt to do it. So you're going to save a ton of money in interest costs. You're going to get out of debt years faster, and all without really having to adjust too much. So it's a really brilliant strategy, which helped make this a lot easier. So a lot of people naturally just wanted it. So we had a ton of people come in on the demand side for the product, and we had a ton of advisors who wanted those leads. So we were able to scale very quickly. And like within a couple months, we were doing, I think our best month, we did like 250,000 in revenue. And then, so on the lead program side, from April to December, we pulled in about 1.5 million, technically 1.44, and it still bothers me that I didn't quite hit 1.5.
Oh,
But we pulled in 1.44 million in 8 months, and then from there, because that was what we did on the lead program side, and then like the commissions that the agents generated on the top of that was probably another $10 million. So it was
yeah.
it was a good year last year. We had fun.
Yeah. So, what were the hardest parts when you started, and how did you handle them?
I think the hardest part was just trying to figure out product market fit. Like what we realized is like I really wasn't enjoying doing the dinner seminar part of it. I was like, when I did that, it was more just, can we get revenue quickly? Because I wanted to get this project profitable as quickly as possible. But I realized that there were a lot of problems with that model. Like I didn't like doing it. I didn't believe in the business model, which makes it hard. And I didn't feel like the quality of leads I was providing to the advisors who were paying for me to put those seminar packages together was really worth the money. So because of all those steps, like that was really hard because it just didn't fit with me internally. So that was really hard. And then so that was in the beginning. And then once we figured out, like for context, I'm a hardcore direct response marketer. So and I'm a digital marketer. So I love doing anything digital, like application funnels, VSLs, anything online digitally. I love to do. And I kind of run the whole gamut. So I write a lot of the copy. I handle pretty much all the video editing with another person on your team who's been fantastic, Zane. And then in addition to that, I also handle some of the media buying side. So I kind of do the full stack on the funnel marketing. And because of that, I just wasn't getting, I was just not fulfilled doing the seminars. It was very basic and I just didn't enjoy it. And then it got hard again later on when we had like 50 or 60 agents all wanting leads. And we noticed like a deterioration in quality because we were just jacking up budgets so much. So costs were going up, quality was going down. And then the role became far more about customer service than it did about marketing. And that was really hard because again, my zone of genius really is marketing. It's not operations, it's not customer service, it's not handling, dozens of different personalities who all need something right now. So that was hard because I thought I did, but I really didn't have the systems in place to handle that much demand.
Yeah. If you're still trying to learn Gohighlevel, I just launched my Gohighlevel masterclass, where we have more than 30 videos and 7 chapters. And words, I am going to give first 10 users 50% off discount. So you can just apply 50 off and get 50% discount. We have like more than 6+ main modules, funnel specializations, effective workflow tactics, GHL SaaS training, private access to our masterclass community, and you can see we have more than 38 lessons, and we have getting started section module, we have marketing module, we have workflow module, we have calendar module, we have funnel and website module, we have membership module, and we have SaaS setup training, where you will learn everything: how to create a snapshot, how to create an account, how to load a snapshot, how to customize the dashboard. So everything will be there soon. So you can just apply 50 off as coupon and get access to my masterclass. Thank you. What was the main plan? You already shared everything, but what was the main plan or thing, we can say a strategy, that helped you to grow the business from nothing to 1.5 million?
I think the main thing was just I already had people who wanted to buy. I just needed to create the right thing for them to sell to them.
So the right thing, you mean like Gohighlevel, Snapshot, and automation, like how that works?
So I mean that was just a part of it, right? So at the end of the day, all these people wanted were people to talk to. And so once I was able to provide that in a both cost-effective and profitable way, it was easy to scale. The things that helped with that were we built a really good Gohighlevel backend with, everyone had their own landing page and call booking funnel built in. They had like 3 months, I think, at one point of follow-up messaging going out that we had all built out. So not only were when they bought leads, they didn't just get leads. It wasn't like they were just receiving like a phone number and a name and saying, go deal with it. They were also received like a full back-end follow-up machine to help them. And you helped with a lot of that because there were a
Yeah.
lot of if-thens that I was like, I don't know what to do here, but like I have this scenario and I want this to happen, and then you would just go in and do it. So that was really cool.
So, like, what important things that did you learn in that whole journey from nothing to 1.5 million that you want to share with other business owners?
I think a lot of that success came down to a very unique opportunity and the right time and the right market. I'll be quite transparent. We ended up shutting down that program recently just because I think we hit a saturation limit on the messaging. That happens. I think one of the things that I did that I shouldn't have done is, there were months that were making 150, 200, 250,000, and I was spending money like every month was going to be like that. And I really should have kept more of a war chest. That was definitely a huge lesson, is like, don't spend like your best month ever is now your new floor. And don't invest money like that either. Like, keep a war chest. Cash is king. That would probably be the most important lesson.
Okay, Sohail, you also mentioned that you are doing so much media buying, like, and what was your ad spending? Because you made 1.5 million total, but what's the story behind your ROI and for your ad spending?
So we didn't have an acquisition cost on like customers because we already had this network of insurance agents who wanted to purchase leads from us. So I didn't have to like go out and acquire new customers, which is nice. So all of the money we spent was just on purchasing, like on acquiring leads. And what was funny about that is I never really liked media buying. I was always pretty good at it just because I understand how the ad manager works. I understand what the algorithm needs. And I've kept up with the trends, but it's never been something I was super confident in. So suddenly I went from spending like maybe like 1 to 5,000 a month on Facebook to spending like over 100,000 a month on ads in a couple of months. And like that journey was crazy because I was like, it is much more difficult to scale to spend 100,000 a month than it is to spend five. It's more fun. There's more options you have. There's more stuff you can do, but it's a lot more work. And I'd say that was like a very interesting thing I didn't expect to happen because I just didn't expect it to get that big, nor did I expect it to get that big that quickly. I went from, 1 month, I think we spent 5,000 on ads. Then the next month I spent 15. And then the next month I spent 50. And then the next month it was like 110. So it like skyrocketed really fast. Like if you're scaling, like maybe like a 20% boost per month is reasonable, but like we were like doubling. It was crazy. So that was just an experience in and of itself, is just learning how to manage that much ad budget on the fly.
Yeah. So one important thing that I want to ask here, like there is so much like kind of hacking in that ad spending, like credit card get hacked or Facebook account get hacked. How did you like cover that part?
So fortunately, we didn't really have to deal with that. We got pretty lucky in that the account got like shut down a couple of times, not for like non-compliance, but for stupid stuff. Like my credit card was just like, hey, you got like 3 charges from Facebook in 5 minutes. Like we're declining these. And then Facebook would be like, we shut down your account because your payment method declined. And I had to like call my bank, say, hey, no, it's fine. And then it was fine. So there was stuff like that.
Because when normally we start running ads, we start getting so much spam messages. Maybe
I just ignored those.
Yeah, because if there is anyone in the team who click on that type of links, there is so much chance to get hacked.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I was just like, I'm very grateful that didn't happen. And fortunately, no one clicked on any of those. And we have 2-factor authentication in place too. So like every time I go into the ad manager, I have to use an authenticator app anyway. That helps too. But yeah, those bots are annoying as hell.
It happened like I was running ads for a specific client, and they just click on some spammy message and their account get hacked and they get charged 10K like that. And then we contact to then they contact to their credit card, then Facebook, like, and then like maybe I guess we emailed to Facebook, and then Facebook got back to us and Facebook like reverse the amount. So that's also case, like if we click on any spamming message, there is so much
Mhm.
chance that our account can get hacked.
It's good that you were able to get that money back. But yeah,
Yeah,
knock
this
on wood,
this is too much.
we were very lucky that we didn't have any of those issues. I mean, I kind of know when I see those messages. I've been in the space for enough time that like I know what a spam bot looks like.
When I always
So
do ads thing for my clients, I always ignore that messages and already told, because most of my clients are new business owners. So I always brief them like, don't click any spammy messages, because this
yeah.
happened. And this was like, for me, it was like if they get charged like $50,000, and I was like, oh my god, what happened? So, and the main thing is like the main problems that we face to recover that amount. That's the main hack.
Mhm. Yeah, especially because
And
if they're new,
pensions.
yeah, if they're new, they don't know how the bots are. They probably don't even know how to put on two-factor authentication, which is like really important.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if anyone's a new business owner, like that's the first thing you do: set up 2FA on everything. Um, it helps
Yeah.
a lot. And then yeah, just don't click on any spammy looking messages.
Thanks, Sohail, for today. That's all for maybe for today episode. Do you have anything else to you want to share, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, for anyone listening, right now we're working on a different offer. So, like I said, I'm a direct response marketer. So I move, I go where the good offers are. And right now we've got a really good one. So first off, if you're in need of marketing services, if you need someone to help build you an application funnel or any kind of full strategy to get people who have no idea who you are to suddenly being your customers knocking on your door, you can always reach out to me. Either you can put my email in the show notes. It's
Yeah,
sohail
sure.
at livewealth.com. You can always just find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram at those channels, but sohail at livelywealth.com is the easiest. And if you're a business owner who happens to not like paying taxes, we've got an offer working in the background that's really good at helping you reduce your tax bill. So
Because
if you're
that's the
interested in
main
that,
thing. The offer, I always like for any kind of business, there is two things that works. The main thing is your market that you're targeting, and if your market is so good and if your offer is not good, you can't run that business. So maybe
oh,
you,
absolutely.
yeah. So making this both great is important. Like we should have a offer, as Alex Hermosi said, like people feels like stupid saying no, like our offer should be great like that. So that's the
Yeah.
important part. So you also help business owners with that, right?
Yeah. So
Making
the big
offers,
thing,
VSLs and everything. That's
yeah.
great.
I'm not exactly cheap to work with, but the ROI has been fantastic for previous clients. I think over the last since 2019, I generated about 30 million in revenue for my clients. So it's been pretty good.
Oh
And
my
they don't
god.
pay me, $30 million. So
That's
they've
great.
got a pretty good ROI on that. Either thank you for your time. It
Yeah,
was it
thank
was
you,
always
Suhail.
we've worked together for it's been almost 2 years now. So it's been nice to jump on and do this. It was absolute pleasure. So thank you for having me.
Thanks, Will, for sharing that incredible story, because that journey is basically the proof with like consistency, hard work, teamwork, and being like that's makes anything to make possible. So
Absolutely. I mean, the hard work is a huge part of it. The offer is a huge part of it. The opportunity, and there's a lot of luck that's involved. It's not simply hard work. Like I was lucky to have this starving crowd
yeah,
of insurance agents who had this huge desire to sell this product, a
yeah,
product that happens to solve a problem a lot of people are struggling with. So a lot of that was just being able to like be in the right place at the right time for that opportunity. So call it luck, call it kismet, call it whatever you want, but it's that helped a lot.
yeah. Thanks everyone for listening to the podcast. See you next time for more stories and tips on growing your business. I'm Haider Safdar, your automation guru, signing off. I'm trying to create some valuable Go High Level related content and strategies, and this podcast is a series for that. So don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel if you like my videos, and don't forget to click on bell icon to get notification for future videos. If you're learning Gohighlevel, you can get my Gohighlevel masterclass with my coupon code 50 off. I will put the link in the description.